Hey, it's Dr. Brenda, founder of the Gutsy Women Club, sociologist, financial coach, full-time RVer, traveling with my cats, and you would think that this is now the tire channel. So today I'm going to walk you through the latest tire woes and my next plans. Hey, please subscribe below if you already subscribed. Thanks, I really appreciate it. So I'm going to segue to yesterday's little incident, and then I'll come back here and show you the plan. So earlier this morning, before I left, I was going to make a video. Name of that video, Are My Tire Problems Solved? So I've had problems with the interior dualies and ended up along the roadside, spent the night outside of Williams, Arizona not too long ago. And the tire guys put in heavy-duty semi-truck tire valve stems. So they're not budging at all. They're on there tight. Everything's good. So I thought, problem solved. And yes, this is me. Why am I walking toward my rig? I'm in the middle of nowhere, Texas, and managed to pull over. Not the safest place, but closest place. And no cell. I've got two phones, Cricket, which is Verizon, or AT&T, and a Verizon. No cell, so I just walked up this big hill, and my luck turned because I got cell service. I have called AAA in the past, too many times probably. So one thing I had done last year, because of the tire issues and because of the poor quality of service with Good Sam, I got a second roadside assistance company through Escapees, and called them today from the top of the hill. Got a message, hopefully someone will be here in an hour to an hour and a half. If that changes, the only way I know is to get back up the hill, and hope I've got the cell service. So I am definitely in a dead zone down here. Not anticipating this. It's the front passenger tire, but it's similar type of thing. The tire valve stem, the extender, gets loose or vibrates, and roads are rough, definitely, and just the air starts to leak out of the stem valve. So I'm walking over here. I'll show you. I probably spent half an hour on my own. Got a repair kit. I was able to take the valve stem out, replace it. Cannot get the ending piece where you inflate back on, so the tire has now totally deflated. So yeah, I was hoping I could get off the side of the road a little more, and I should have, and now it's completely flat. Fortunately, this is not, well, fortunately and unfortunately, this is not a real populated road, so there's not a lot of traffic coming both directions. So most important is that people can see me. So yes, I am very visible. But yeah, okay, this is where I am. They asked me what town I was in. So I'm not in any town. I have no idea. I haven't passed a town in quite a long time. They sent me a link, and from up there I was able to give them my GPS location. So I feel better about that scenario. And now all I can do is wait. The cats are here. So make sure we're all comfortable. It's not too hot, not too cold. You can see it's like all the water leaked out. I don't know that there was water inside, but this is it, guys. So this is my flat tire, and can see you've got this tube here, this valve stem here, and I was able to remove it. I've got a whole bunch of stuff here. I took this off, but this is what was on originally. Cannot get it back on, and my efforts were not enough. I was hoping I could just use the air compressor, pump it up, and get to at least a better location, maybe a town, but that did not happen. So can't drive on this baby. There is a spare in the back. They're going to have a bitch of a time getting it out, from what I understand. But anyway, that's the situation. Safe, not real happy, but it could be worse. Could be worse. I'll keep you posted. Okay, so I seem to have a problem with the week after Thanksgiving. Last year, December 1st, spent, I think, 6 hours along a Texas roadside with this tire flat and the tire valve stem blown out. And this time it was November 30th. So it's like, okay, maybe I need to stay off the road that week. So I'm at my rear tire now, and I'm gonna tell you what the problem is. And I've pretty much diagnosed this problem and hoped I would have it fixed. So this all started over a year ago. It was late September, driving from Florida, driving from Florida on my way to Texas, when I had my first tire problem. So I've got the tire pressure monitoring sensors here. Let's see if you can see that. And they alerted me that I was losing tire pressure, like boom, the air was just flying right out of this tire. And when I pulled over to the side of the road, I was able to, basically it was the inside dually. This came right off. It was on the road. I walked back and I found the extender. The tire valve stem was broken off. And in Florida, I had some guy, roadside assistance came, boom, took me to a tire shop, got the new valve stem in, put it back on, good to go, right? Made it to Texas, and I was there for 2 months in Hill Country. Headed out, same thing happened December 1st. So same tires, same situation. And the guy who, more time roadside, that was a long, long way. But the guy who put it in found that, you've got nuts and bolts down here, and some of them were stripped, and there were 3 different sizes. So what he thought was happening is that there was a little bit of a wobble. And when there's a wobble, you can see that this is not very far from the edges here. So all it takes is a little wobble, and boom, this is gonna splice off, and you're left with a flat tire. Now, I love these tire pressure monitoring systems. Saved my butt more than one occasion. So made it to South Padre Island and had a guy put in, stabilize this, put in the new nuts and bolts on the other side there. So I thought, okay, good, problem is solved, and it wasn't. So I'd had problems with these guys losing air, and I've been on the roadside like, I don't know, 3 or 4 times now this year. The last time before this was outside of Williams, Arizona. It was late October, getting close to Halloween, my trick-or-treat. And again, it was my side rear inside dually that failed. And I couldn't find any. They wouldn't fix it. They wouldn't fix it at the road, so I had to wait for a tow truck. Yesterday, I'm driving along, and by the way, that time I thought, okay, I think I've got my tire problem solved, because they said, okay, these tire valve stems are pretty flimsy. We're going to put in semi-truck valve stems. So this no longer wiggles, which it did before, and it's a much heavier duty valve stem with a long extender. The other ones are still the original. Well, not anymore. They were. And so I'm like, okay, problem solved, right? Yesterday I'm driving along. I'm gonna pop on up here, and my monitoring system goes off. Okay, now I've got a flat front tire. Can't believe it. Okay, so the same type of thing happened. So this was the tire, and what's happening here, okay, so this the tire guy put in a new valve stem. I don't have the monitoring, the sensor, the tire pressure sensor attached here. Now he curved this, but it's like, this is really pretty close. If there's any wobble again, I'm kind of doomed. So we got that fixed. By the way, if you are, this tire's the easiest to show you. Let me see. Okay, if you're wondering how old your tire is, I know you've probably seen this, but there is a little marker after the DOT, Department of Transportation, and there's a little marker. It'll say mine says 6AN3317. That means this dates to the 33rd week of 2017. So that's how to to date them. This is my oldest tire on here. The other ones are 2018s. So I'm gonna come on back here now. So I've had problems, and I'm tired of this problem. So it's like, I gotta get this fixed. I gotta find a solution. And one great thing about Facebook and YouTube is that I get suggestions. So my friend Pam is like, okay, here's this company. They sell replacement one-piece metal bolt-in valve stems for Class C Fords, GMs, and Dodge dualies. And I'm like, okay, that's what she uses along with her tire pressure monitoring system. And so that's what I'm going to order, because the problem is you've got the stem and then you have the extender, and that's where it separates. The problem is you've got road vibrations, and it loosens up, and you're driving along, and boom, all of a sudden it just comes right off, and the tire pressure's gone. And there's nothing to do but to have somebody come out. They've got to take the tire off, put in a new tire valve stem, and it's dangerous. You're sitting who knows where, and hopefully getting to a safe location when this happens. It's like, I've been so incredibly happy with my RV. The only problem I'm having is this problem. I've got to get it fixed. So she referred me to a place called yourtireshopsupply.com, and I'm going to add this in the descriptions. So if you're having a similar problem, you might want to check it out. So what they advertise is the replacement one-piece metal bolt-in valve stems, and I'm looking at one for dually valve stems with the front stem kit. So they sell these in kits. It says dually valves are designed to make tire pressure checks and inflation easy on motorhomes. Cool. Okay, one size. So they have a ton of different options now. So I had to give them 5 pieces of information. I had to give them the wheel size. Yep, my hands are a little tired up, greasy now. Wheel size, the inner and outer wheel type, okay? The third is hand hole shape and size. The fourth is the year of my motorhome, and then the chassis. Okay, the last 2 are pretty easy. It's 2012 Ford chassis. Cool. Now, wheel size. Okay, I can't believe I'm giving this thing on tires and wheels. It's like, I shouldn't know all this stuff. I've had to deal with this for so long, but this is, and it's going to be really pretty much impossible for you to see this, but if I look down here, it says LT225/75R16. It's that R16 that gives me the wheel size. So my wheel size is 16 inches. All right, got that one figured out. Now the inner wheel, the inside dually, and the outside dually? Is it aluminum or steel? Okay, so the outside, they say if you've got Alcoa, and this is looks like aluminum foil, this is aluminum. But what about the inside? I can't see what the inside dually is. So I went to my Facebook group, the Winnebago Aspect Facebook group, said, hey, this is what I have to find out. Can anybody tell me? Because I looked at the specs indicated steel, but how do I verify that? And so someone had a really easy suggestion. I didn't think about this. She's like, use a magnet. Okay, a magnet will not hold to the aluminum. So I went down inside, crawled underneath with a magnet, and it stuck. So I know that the inside tire is steel. The inside wheel type is steel. The outside wheel type is aluminum. Okay, so I gave them that information. Then they asked for handhold shape and size. Okay, that's this area right here, you know, where you've got, let's see if I can get that to you, these small, you know, this area where the valve stem and the extender stick out right here. So to me, this looks like it's oval. It looks oval on the outside, but I wasn't, it's, you know, the person at your tire shop supply thought it was round. So what I did is I got out a little felt pen marker, and I stuck this behind, let's see if I can do that, kind of like so, and then I just drew with the felt pen around it, and when I measured it, it is, yep, getting dirtier. I'm used to that. When I measured it, it was round and it was 2 inches. So that was the way I found out what the handhold shape and size are. So, all right, so that's my plan. I am going to order the kit. It's $160. Today's my birthday. That's my birthday present to myself. If I could make it to the next birthday without calling roadside assistance about my tires, that would be like the biggest gift ever. So that's my birthday treat to myself. I am going to order those kits. I am a couple of weeks now from heading to my winter home at South Padre Island. I'll be there for 3 months. So my plan is everything I've got cooked up here should get me to SPI, should get me to the island. It'll sit for 3 months, and on my way out, I am going to make sure that I get an appointment, set up a time, a date with a truck tire place, a tire place that can handle this. These tires, the one up front is the 2017, back here are 2018. Next year it's 2022. They suggest changing your tires out every 4 to 5 years. So depending on prices and what's going on, I may just get new ones changed out with a new tire stem kit installed. So, all right, there we go. Okay, so that is the plan. I feel good about having a plan. Thank you, Pam, for sending me that website. Again, look in the description. I'm going to put that link in there. If you are having the same problem, my tires are fine. It's the valve stems and the extenders. The extenders were the only way I could really fill it up with air. So kind of needed those. Maybe I don't, but anyway, the valve stems were failing. So good luck. If you've got this problem, let me know. If you've solved it in some way, let me know. If you order this kit and have it installed, if it's working for you. And I'll return back to you with an update when that all gets done. But I hope this is my last tire video of 2021. All right, you guys take care. It's Dr. Brenda. Until next time, happy travels, happy camping. Have a great time. Bye-bye.